Now to your community focus. New Bedford is one of the first Massachusetts municipalities to implement a vaccine mandate for city workers. Here to talk about that and more, New Bedford Mayor Jon Mitchell. He's joining us live via Zoom. Mayor, thanks so much for being here today.
Well, thanks for having me, Kim.
And I know I just mentioned that New Bedford is one of the first municipalities in Massachusetts to mandate vaccines for workers, or otherwise they have to get regular testing. I just want to fact check myself there. You're leading the pack with this, correct?
As far as we know, yes. The town of Aquina on Martha's Vineyard, I understand, may have beaten us to the punch, but I think we're the first city in the state to have imposed a vaccine requirement for our municipal employees.
And Mayor, you announced that mandate last Friday. It's been a week now. What's the response been from municipal workers, and do you have a sense of the percentage of municipal employees who have been vaccinated so far?
Well, I do. It's about between 60% and 2/3, 66%. We don't know for sure because a lot of that information isn't immediately available to us, but at least anecdotally, based on an informal survey of our department heads, it's just a little less than 2/3. And the response so far has been, fairly muted. Folks haven't seen the finished policy as yet. It's going to take a little bit of time to bargain it with our public employee unions. It is subject to bargaining. For management employees, it can be implemented fairly soon, but we want to make sure that we're rolling it out in a way that's even-handed. And so I think that'll get worked out over the next week. I also suspect, Kim, that we are the first of many cities that will be imposing mandatory vaccine requirements for employees. I understand the city of Boston just followed up with it in the last couple of days. More will come. And, the reality is that it's necessary. We here in Greater New Bedford have relatively low vaccination rates, unfortunately. It's not just the city proper, it's our suburbs as well. And we know that the vaccines work, they are safe, and even though we've had a whole suite of incentives in place for people to get vaccinated, they are not enabling us to move fast enough. We're still only a little over 50% with first doses in the city itself. And so to get us to a point where we don't have to consider things like restrictions and other impositions on folks, we need to get as many people vaccinated as possible. And my hope is that as a major employer in this region, we can set an example for others. And in the weeks ahead, especially after the FDA at long last gives final approval to one or more of the vaccines, that we'll start to see other employers fall in line.
I want to pivot to another topic. CISCO BREWERS opened up a new waterfront location in your city. I know it's something you were excited about as a reason to get people to come into New Bedford, but it is close to a residential area, and we've been made aware of at least one formal noise complaint. Is this something your office is looking into?
Yeah, so let me just say, first of all, CISCO is a fabulous addition to the city. It's no stretch to say that it is one of the hottest new restaurants in the country. There are hundreds of people who go there every single day and take in the music and enjoy all it has to offer at a spectacular waterfront location. But it's only been open a month, so there are some kinks to be ironed out. There's been parking in a residential neighborhood. There's been some noise complaints, although I think the facility's been pretty faithful to its promise that it would shut down music at 10 o'clock. We're working with the neighborhood and the ward councilor, Joe Lopes, to make sure that residents' needs are reasonably accommodated. I think that'll get sorted out either through some residential parking arrangement or some other mitigating measures. But on balance, this is a really terrific addition to New Bedford. It brings in lots of folks to see not only that site, but also all the other great things that we have to offer. So I invite all your viewers to check it out.
I want to ask you quickly, we have less than a minute left, about another hot topic, the intersection of Route 6 and Pleasant Street, where those jagged stones were installed to try and deter panhandlers and pedestrians from standing on the medians of that intersection. Those stones have now been replaced in a different configuration, but is that tactic working, Mayor?
Well, let me say, just so everybody understands what's being done there, there are cobblestones placed in that median and other medians and dangerous intersections for public safety purposes. They've been there for several years. There's a recent reconfiguration of what had previously been installed. But, what we're trying to address is this. I mean, walking along a median, along a limited access highway is an inherently dangerous activity. People can get killed doing that for whatever reason they may be doing it, panhandling or expressing themselves in some other way or doing anything else. And so, we're trying in a fairly targeted way to ensure that folks aren't doing that. It's not to suppress the right of folks to panhandle generally or to otherwise infringe upon First Amendment protected rights. It's all about public safety. And so, where we think that's necessary, we'll do that. And again, my job as mayor is to protect the public and however we think is necessary. And this is just like the vaccines. This is just another example of that.
New Bedford Mayor Jon Mitchell, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, thanks so much for having me, Kim.